We're talking about my least favorite features of Glorify. It's an online graphics creator tool, very similar to Canva. Now, some of these features I'm going to mention today are not too big of a deal, while others are a little bit more of a big deal. So if you are on the fence, trying to figure out whether or not you should be purchasing this tool, make sure to watch this whole video. Feel free to jump chapters in the description and watch till the end for a special freebie I have for all of you. So with that said, let's get started. All right, so Glorify has a lot going for it. They are a relatively new tool. They just started in 2019. They already have a lot of amazing features, but some features, some parts of the tool are not fully fleshed out yet. Now, most of the issues I have with the tool fall under two main buckets. The first one is the bugginess and the slowness of the tool, okay? And I'll kind of show you more about what I mean by that. And then the second bucket is the UI UX, okay? So the UI UX, some parts it's not that easy to do what you want to do, and it is a little bit confusing in some parts of the tool. So I want to kind of show you what I mean by that, okay? So when you log in, first, let me just show you the first issue. So in terms of it being buggy, I cannot delete a folder in my projects. So for example, when I go to projects, you can add different folders, right? So if I click here, you can add a folder, and you can click on here and then add, create a project, and all of your designs will be in this folder. Now, if I want to delete it, I click on delete, and for whatever reason, it does not delete. I could rename it, but I cannot delete it. All right, so that's something to keep in mind. And sometimes it does work. See, now it works. Now this second folder I created a while ago, so I think it might need time before you delete a folder for whatever reason. So now that second one is deleted. So this one, let me see if I could delete it. Yeah, I cannot delete it. So a little bit buggy. Now, the second issue I have is the fact that it is on the slower end, okay? So if you've watched my other videos, you may see how it kind of takes a while to load, and that's across the entire platform. So as you see, it kind of loads a little bit on the slower end. If you kind of search for, different things, sometimes it takes a while for the tool to load up, and it's not as smooth as, say, Canva. Okay, so let me delete this. All right, so it's kind of on the slower end. So when you kind of scroll it, as it loads the templates, it doesn't always load as quickly as you would like. All right, so let me go back. And also selecting tags is a little, can be improved. So let me go to my recent design, and the beauty about this tool is that you can tag things, but sometimes a tag doesn't always work. So, I created a tab called YouTube thumbnail. When I click on it, it says this list is empty. If I click on this box, it says it's empty. So I'm not exactly sure. It's a little finicky. Okay, so it's a little finicky. If I select it, now it's saved. So you kind of need to play around with it. If you click that, it doesn't select. So you kind of need to do that and then click save. So it's a little finicky like that, okay? And the third thing, or the fourth thing, falls under the UI UX portion. So overall, the text, I think, is a little bit too small. So just look here, I could read it, but at the same time, it's basically gray on gray background. Now it's it's hard on the eyes. It's not that easy to read. And I just, for the most part, I don't really want to, you know, try to force myself to read all the text. It's actually pretty small, all right? The text is small, and I think it should be larger, all right? And then my next issue is selecting all categories on the left doesn't do anything here. Okay, so I'm in my templates and I see everything, but when I click on all categories, sometimes it doesn't do anything. So, and it's a little bit strange too. So when I click on all categories and I click on headers and covers, you could see this thing is loading here. Nothing happens. So I don't know if it's, you know, like I scroll. See, and it does take a while to load. And then if I uncheck headers and covers, you know, it's loading, it's loading. Now these are just all the categories, but it's just the way that it filters is not always clear to me. And then the next thing is in terms of the sorting features, when I click the sorting features, when I click on, you know, beauty, I hit apply and it's loading. It does take a while to load. Again, it is on the slower end. And then you can also select by theme. So you could do like rustic, right? And hit apply. And it adds even more templates. So this sorting isn't an and. It's not like a niche and a theme. It's an or statement. So it's all beauty and then all rustic. That's what it seems like here. So, you know, you could click all of these and then it'll basically show you all of these niches and then the rustic theme. So when you want to look for what you want, it's kind of confusing. And then sometimes you think that, okay, how do I go back? So you need to these are actually tags. So to undo it, you need to click on each tag. And it does take a while. As you see, it kind of takes a while to undo. So if you want to undo everything, you kind of need to go one by one and undo all of these tags here. And also, in terms of the search feature, so this can be improved too. So if I do like green, I type in green for all categories, it'll load. Now this search, this drop down, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. So you need to click out of it for it to disappear, which I think is strange. And, you know, so you click on headers and like, I don't know why I have the option to sort when like, I don't know, you know, this doesn't really help me, right? So just like the UI UX can be improved. And then, you know, like if I click nothing, but I press enter, nothing happens, right? So if I want to undo everything, I just delete, hit enter, and I think it'll reveal everything. And then you can just do like maybe story post. When I click on story post, it'll show all of the stories. All right, and then I have 312 templates. If I do beauty, let's see what happens. 27. And then if I do, let's see, organic, hit apply, 45, right? So it doesn't filter by beauty and organic, it's either or. And then to undo, you just need to click these X's. And then you can do maybe like blue. So it's all the blue ones. And then if you do beauty, now it's, you know, nothing. So, you know, and then you need to, I wish there was a way where, you know, it'll only show the niches that are available. Because if I do like this, it's, I don't know like what is what, like what niches are in what niches. So their searching, their sorting, I think can be improved quite a bit. But those are like the biggest gripes I have. I think Glorify is still a very, very popular tool. And if you don't think the features that I mentioned are too big of a deal, they are running a lifetime deal on Appsumo starting at 97 bucks. There's 3 different tiers you can get. If you are a solo person, just get tier 1. But if you have a company, if you have an agency, a consultancy, if you have brands, if you do affiliate marketing, e-commerce brands, I would go for tier 3 because you get unlimited brand accounts and unlimited workspaces. So a brand account will allow you to have the branding so you can select the brand kits. And then workspaces are individual workspaces for maybe like a specific project or something like that. All right, so projects here. And then the workspaces. So the workspaces, you can have unlimited workspaces for different clients, different projects, and then you do have the brand kits as well for each workspace. So I recommend tier 3 if you want those, that ability to have those unlimited. But if it's just yourself, just go for tier 1. Now, since you did reach to the end of the video, I do want to share a freebie for all of you guys. If you just click the link in the description, I do have these 3 ebooks from Glorify that will really help you become a better e-commerce business owner, a graphic designer, how to use graphics to sell online. So the first ebook is all about the most popular e-commerce dates or holidays that you can leverage to sell your e-commerce products. And then the second ebook is 10 product image techniques that will make you sales. So this is, I think, my favorite one because it teaches you how to create social media graphics and just online graphics to promote your e-commerce products, like how to use like arrows, how to pinpoint features, how to photograph, how to do like lifestyle imagery, things like that, product shots. And that is all in the second ebook. And then the third ebook is how to adapt your e-commerce strategy during something like a pandemic or something that hits you and your company negatively, like negative PR or something negative in the space that you're in. They teach you how to help make your customers happy, what to do to make sure that you stay in business regardless of what happens around the world. And really good ebook. It's more of like a business ebook. So if you want all of these 3 ebooks, you can get it completely free. Just go to the link in the description. Just put your first name and your email, and I'll email all of these 3 ebooks over to you. All right, so with that said, hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, if you want to learn even more about Glorify, make sure to click on this video to watch a general review and demo of the entire tool, and click on this video to learn about my favorite features of Glorify. All right, I'll see you in the next one.